Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of The Pulse. You're stuck with just myself and Tom today. Jen and Adam are busy taking care of other duties. And what we do, if this is your first time joining us, or you're just very forgetful, we go through the roadmap. And first, we start off with what's in development. What is Microsoft working on now to bring to us soon? Then we go into rolling out means it's starting to go to the servers. It may not be everywhere, but it's starting to go out and then launched, meaning everybody who is within the release pool should have it. And then sometimes we have some canceled items. And this week we have a couple canceled items. So, Tom, do you want to get us started with what's in development? What tickles your fancy?
What tickles my fancy? So, a lot of Copilot stuff, which seems to be the theme as
Copilot,
of late.
Copilot, Copilot.
Pretty much. So, if you happen to be a person who works in Excel, and if at the same time you happen to also be a person who understands how to code in the language called Python, you're going to be really happy because now with Copilot, you can use natural language to describe the analysis you want to perform, and it will automatically generate, explain, and insert Python code into your Excel spreadsheet. This integration unlocks powerful analytics via Python for visualizations, cleaning data, machine learning, predictive analysis, and more without needing to be Python proficient yourself.
Or you
Um,
could just use Power BI.
or you could just use Power BI. This is coming out worldwide. It's not going to be hitting the government tenants. It's coming out in November. I will just mention to you, because I've been taking a lot of generative AI courses in Coursera lately, and they talk about, hey, if anything from an AI gives you code, do not blindly run it. You know, get somebody who does understand the code, have them look it over and see, does this really look like what it's going to do? So if you are actually having this thing generate Python code for you, you may just want to be careful and make sure that what you are getting out is actually going to accomplish what it is you want to accomplish. One other thing that's coming out that I'll mention, Outlook prioritized my inbox by Copilot. This prioritizes my inbox by Copilot, marks high priorities mail in your inbox, and provides a short summary of the mail's importance in the message list and the reading pane. Mails can be stored and filtered by Copilot's priority in Web and New Outlook for Windows. You can also choose to have Copilot mark low priority emails too. That I think is really cool, provided you get the ability to actually use Copilot since it's a premium type feature. That's going to be coming out in December and will be going to the worldwide tenant. So, what do you have on yours before I take any more?
Fabulous. Microsoft Copilot ground prompts using SharePoint sites. So users will be able to search for and select SharePoint sites in CIQ to scope their prompts to. Then also we have Teams vote on and archive in Teams Q&A. So I thought this was very interesting. Question voting allows instance participants to upvote the most important questions and sort by the highest votes or recent activity. This gives moderators the ability to derive insights from the audience about what topics they care the most about and then address them. Additionally, for questions that might be outdated or irrelevant, the moderator can move them to a separate feed to ensure that presenters can focus on providing the most value to the attendees. That's coming out in January 2025, and that's coming out to GCC and GCC High.
Cool.
Then, dun dun dun.
Dun-dun.
Meeting organizers can turn off copying or forwarding of live captions, transcripts, and the recap for the meetings. Now, this is in premium. So Microsoft is expanding the existing turn off copying or forwarding of meeting chat control for meeting organizers to include live captions, transcriptions, and meeting recap. With this change, meeting organizers with eligible licenses will see a control called turn off copying and forwarding of meeting chat, live captions, and transcription. That's a lot to fit on a button, I gotta tell you.
14 lines later.
That'll be in the meeting options. So when this control is enabled, meeting participants won't be able to copy the meeting chat, live captions, live transcripts, or any insights generated from intelligent meeting recap. So I think this is addressing people who don't necessarily want to have transcripts, but need them for Copilot to work properly.
And I think
Anything else
this,
that trips your
yeah,
trigger?
I was going to say, I think that's also a good feature for meetings where it's like, hey, we're making a big company announcement, layoffs, whatever. And you don't want this information being copied and disseminated out widely. You can basically say, hey, you can listen to it, you're in this meeting, that's great, but you're not going to be able to take anything away with you that could possibly be sent out and things like that. So I think that's a good thing. Mention one more here because I didn't know this was even coming up. In that Microsoft Teams, users can opt in to try the new calendar in Teams. Didn't know that was coming out. So the new calendar in Teams combines rich productivity features and the latest innovations like Microsoft Copilot to help users more seamlessly manage their schedules, prepare for and recap meetings, and even identify optimal days for in-office collaboration. The new calendar in Teams is designed to be familiar and reliable as it's one unified calendar that works across Outlook for Windows, Outlook on the web, Microsoft Places, and now Microsoft Teams. With this update, users will see the new calendar toggle at the top right of the screen of the calendar app in Teams. New calendar is off by default, and the users can toggle to try the new experience. You'll have to update your calendar session to talk about this one next time you do that
I
one, Tamara.
will.
I don't use the Teams calendar all that much. I just use my calendar as it sits in Outlook on the web, so I don't know how much this will affect me, but be interesting to
What
see what it looks
I
like.
what I wish they had added is the ability to forward meetings in Teams. You
That would
don't
have been
get that
nice.
as an option.
Yeah. But maybe soon. Who knows? So
All
yeah,
right.
that's all I had in development.
Okay, let's roll on to rolling out. I've got bookings, SMS notifications for staff scheduled appointments, and bookings premium. If you have Microsoft Teams Premium license, you can now set up text message notifications in Microsoft Bookings to be sent to the person booking an appointment. Currently, text notifications will be sent only when appointments are scheduled by an attendee via the published booking page. Now, with this update, the capability is extended to include sending text confirmations, reminders to the attendee when appointments are booked through the calendar, and scheduling experience in bookings by a scheduler or a staff member. I think this is great because I have, oh my God, I'm going to sound so old. I've run into young people today who don't even have an email address. And so they're only using text messages. So this would be great for that. If you're working with the youngsters, be prepared to communicate with them where they want to be communicated with.
I'll make sure
And
you have a
then
nice soft diet to chew on tonight,
a
dear.
nice soft diet. Then the other thing I wanted to mention was planner labels in the grid view. So labels for your task will be shown in grid view in the new labels column in basic plans. You can get a better overview of your tasks at a glance since you'll no longer need to open the task details to review the labels. I'm really happy about that. Again, that's coming out to worldwide and GCC. What do you have, Tom?
I have a couple that I will mention. One is Microsoft Teams automatically set work locations on bookable desks. So this concept of bookable desks is that you can go into the office, they have these hot desks, and when you plug into it, if that is specified as a bookable desk, it will automatically set you're in the office once you plug in. And once IT enables the policy for a tenant or a group, users can opt in to automatically update their location, making it easier to connect with coworkers when they are in the office. So for those of you who are in hybrid scenarios, but you may not all be coming in on the same day, this can be really helpful if you're in a location that's kind of spread out to say, oh, it looks like, Sally is actually in the office today. I think I will go contact her and we can, you know, go grab a meeting somewhere or something like that. So that's rolling out, should be out by the end of this month if it's not out there already. And the other one, OneDrive, view PDFs with Purview information protection sensitivity labels on OneDrive mobile. With this capability, OneDrive users can open PDF files that are protected with Microsoft Purview information protection sensitivity labels and read them using OneDrive mobile apps in read-only mode. Only authorized users will be able to access these PDF files. So if you're used to using and reading PDFs and you're out in the field and you're using a mobile device to do that, you're now going to be able to do these if your organization is using that Purview information protection to make sure that things stay secure. So, and that's rolling out across the board worldwide, GCC, GCC High, and DoD. So everybody's getting that particular one.
Great. Do you want to take launched?
I would
And
be
I'll take
happy to.
canceled.
You got it. So there's
Okay.
only 2 that are in launch today. Both of them are things that I'm like, Microsoft Purview Compliance Portal, Insider Risk Management, Policy Deletion Enhancement. So this is launched this month, going to worldwide. So with this update, admins with appropriate permissions can delete all selected alerts, all associated alerts, cases, and users in scope when deleting a policy to help quickly reset and remove inactive policies. Microsoft Purview Insider Risk Management correlates various signals to identify potential malicious or inadvertent insider risks, such as IP theft, data leakage, and security violations. Insider Risk Management enables customers to create policies based on their own internal policies, governance, and organizational requirements. Built with privacy by design, users are pseudo-anonymized by default, and role-based access controls and audit logs are in place to help ensure user-level privacy. So if that's something you've been looking for, guess what? You've got it now. And then the other one is Microsoft Teams. Teams admin in the education version of Teams will now be able to create and publish custom team templates. Education IT admins can now create team templates from Microsoft Teams Admin Center. As an admin, you can use templates to easily deploy consistent teams across your organization. With templates, your users can quickly create rich collaboration spaces with predefined settings, channels, and apps. You've probably been able to do this all along in regular Teams, but the admin or the education version or
Sphere,
SKU of
yeah.
it didn't have this. Now they do, and that went to worldwide and GCC highs. So you've got those 2 out for September now.
Great. And canceled is Microsoft Viva Plus notifications
Pulse.
management Pulse. Viva Pulse. Did I say plus?
Yes, you did.
Oh, Viva Pulse. Boom, 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 boom.
The heart of
Notification
rock and roll.
management for administrators to configure where Pulse notifications are delivered. So administrators can choose where Pulse notifications are delivered to users from among the 3 notification delivery methods: email, Teams chat, and Teams activity feed. Microsoft is canceling this roadmap item because it's a duplicate.
So don't
So
fear,
have
you're
no
getting it.
fear. Have no fear. It's still being worked on.
Cool. That's our
All
list.
That is it. That's it today. It's a short list. That's why we have short people doing it.
I was going to say for a couple that
Uh,
is 5'4" and 5 foot, I mean, a short list fits our persona here.
and that's 5 feet tall and a big hair day and a big shoe day.
Well, I don't have big hair, so mine's
No.
5'4" regardless. I just shrink from here on out.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. We hope the information was helpful. We'll see you next week.
Bye,
Bye
everyone.
now.